If you've been following everything Katt Williams has said since the beginning of 2024, you know the man doesn't just drop hints. He drops bombs and walks away while the internet explodes. Now, allegedly, he wasn't done talking about Diddy and Jamie Foxx. And if word on the street is anything to go by, Katt could have more details on how Jame allegedly survived Diddy's poison. Allegedly. Okay, child. Well, I don't know if y'all are aware, but it was reported that Jame actually told his audience during a tapping that he is the one who called the feds on Diddy, allegedly. And if it's true, well, I guess we can see why Diddy would want to poison him. And the streets are saying this is what Katt Williams wants to spill, allegedly. Okay, guys, when it comes to Diddy, Katt Williams was out here priding himself on getting this far in Hollywood and still having his behind hole intact. But Diddy wanted him to party and he had to say no. Integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about, right? 'Cause P. Diddy be wanting to party and you got to tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did. See, I got the receipts for everything I'm telling you. That's why I can say I'm so kid. I need to know. Now, he said a bunch of other things about Diddy over the years, including alleging that Diddy is a PDF. And he's even talked about how his freak-off parties were weird. Katt Williams also suggested that Diddy's legal troubles were just the tip of the iceberg, and that many celebrities were his accomplices in dark industry dealings. Let me just say that Katt's kind of had the same energy when it comes to Jamie Foxx. And as for where all his jabs even began with Jamie Foxx during a 2012 stand-up performance, Katt Williams attacked Jamie Foxx's role in Django Unchained, siding with Spike Lee's criticism of the film. He also made public comments speculating about Jamie Foxx's sexual orientation, which he later addressed in interviews by talking in circles rather than retracting them. Well, since then, Katt has been on Jame's neck, especially after that mysterious illness that people say probably had something to do with Diddy. First of all, during his Dark Matter tour and subsequent appearances in 2024 and 2025, Katt Williams persistently suggested that the Jamie Foxx scene in public is a clone. Then he also alleged that Jamie Foxx's wealth and the secrecy surrounding his illness are linked to membership in the Illuminati, because the lack of transparency about his health was fishy, and that Fox had essentially bought himself a membership into the secret society. About James' mysterious illness that almost killed him. You all remember Jamie Foxx was in the midst of filming his Netflix movie Back in Action when he suddenly suffered a medical emergency that caused him to be hospitalized. James' daughter, Karen Fox, said that her father sustained a medical complication. She did not share details of her father's state or what caused his health emergency, but she wrote, "We wanted to share that my father, Jamie Foxx, experienced a medical complication yesterday. Luckily, due to quick action and great care, he is already on his way to recovery. We know how beloved he is and appreciate your prayers." The family asks for privacy during this time. But what was troubling a lot of people was that very little information was given about what caused James' medical condition. There were also reports saying that many tests were done to determine what caused the health scare. But still, they kept everything private. But here's the thing. The family tried to keep things pretty hidden, but it got out that the police visited Jamie Foxx in the hospital, apparently because he believed that someone was trying to take him out. Like we had rumors claiming that he wanted to speak to the police before his medical emergency, saying that he felt like someone was trying to unalive him. And the biggest suspect was unsurprisingly Diddy. Jamie Foxx appeared on video saying that his emergency all started with a bad headache, and he said that he had no recollection of anything during his 20-day hospital stay. Now, instead of clearing things, Jamie just added to the speculation that there was more to his hospitalization, further fueling the narrative that someone wanted to unalive him. Enter Diddy. Allegedly, the mysterious illness had a lot to do with Jamie Foxx revealing details of some of the things Diddy preferred to keep hidden from his house parties. In fact, some people who were at his tapping claim he said much more serious stuff about Diddy that got edited out for the Netflix release. Mind you, Jamie was heavily involved in Diddy's parties in the early 2000s, and he used to record all of them. So, from what I know previously, Jamie described the Diddy parties he went to. He was only talking about how amazing the parties were, and the ladies, and how much money Puff was spending on the parties. A lot of the times he was just taking footage of the good things and having fun. But anyone who was Kane could tell he was trying to hide some of the details about what really happened in the parties. But then in light of his illness, there were allegations that Jamie Foxx was willing to disclose more info about the parties, including, get this, details on those alleged butt-naked basketball games. Those ones. I'm sure you all have heard about those, right? According to reports that made rounds some time back, the games were part of a secret club that Diddy and Jamie created so that they could promote self-love amongst their friends and guests who were men only. Well, initially Jamie kind of denied this claim and categorically claimed that he's never played naked basketball. Those pictures that showed up. What? Didn't you have some pictures of you playing naked basketball, or oh no, it wasn't? We was on the beach or something. I don't know. It was young in my career. But there were receipts proving the games existed, including a piece from a while back that vanished where Jamie basically apologized to his neighbors for playing naked basketball. But you all know that things don't really disappear from the internet. And this is exactly what Jamie said at the time. To all my neighbors, I just want to say that I'm sorry and I'm sending gift baskets to you for all the wrong I've done. We used to play nude basketball in the bat for clinical reasons to release the soul. Part of my fence was down, and I didn't know that the lady and her family was there. Other than that, there have also been other receipts in the past that these basketball games actually existed. For instance, if you are wondering why Jamie is usually not a frequent guest on The Breakfast Club, it's because DJ Envy once asked Jamie Foxx about the naked basketball games, and that is when he stopped going there. Oh, you won't find that interview on the internet either. And Wendy watchers will probably also remember that there was also a time Wendy Williams talked about the basketball games when she was talking about how Tommy Davidson accused Jamie in his memoir of ripping off his underwear. According to Wendy, if the allegations were true, it was because Jamie appreciates a high hard behind like the ones he saw while playing naked basketball. There was even an account from a TikToker who had first-hand information about the basketball games when her mom took her to work at different radio stations. And she claimed that after she talked about Jamie Foxx and Diddy's naked basketball games, she received a phone call and had to take down the videos. By the way, Katt Williams has also alluded to the butt-naked basketball parties and other exclusive industry events allegedly hosted by Fox a few times. And he even claimed that Jamie Foxx is part of an establishment circle that includes figures like Diddy, alleging that these social circles involve bad intentions that he is willing to expose. Butt-naked basketball parts. And I love basketball, but I don't love basketball like that. Well, like I said, allegedly right before his medical emergency, this was also something else that Jamie was willing to expose. And before I forget, we're talking about someone who said that Ed Sheeran used to sleep in his studio. And I can tell you that Ed has said a few things about parties that Jamie Foxx was hosting when he was living in his house. Kind of like the freaky ones mentioned in P. Diddy's trial. And Jamie also said that Nick Cannon slept on his couch when he was like 13. Nick Cannon used to sleep on my couch. Get out of here. 13 years old. He'd be in one part of the house. He can go back in there. You get in. You can't come in here. He like this. He slept on the couch. Ed Sheeran was the latest. Ed Sheeran, my new house, is sure and slept on my studio floor for 6 weeks. Amen. It's giving how Usher also lived with Diddy. Anywho, what I'm trying to say is that Jamie Foxx was probably very familiar with Diddy's game. And if he was trying to expose anything about Diddy, we can see why that would have made him a target, right? Plus, the way Jamie Foxx tried to distance himself from Diddy as much as possible. And during his stand-up comedy special, what had happened was sus. Yes, Jamie briefly addressed the rumors that Diddy put him in the hospital, as well as any chatter that he'd been in Diddy's inner circle regarding the mountain of allegations that Diddy was facing. And he was like, the internet said Puffy was trying to unalive me. That's what the internet was saying. I know what you're thinking, Diddy. Hell no. I left them parties early. Jamie actually told the audience on his special that he would leave by 9:00 because something didn't look right as it got later into the night. Personally, I don't trust anyone who says they left parties early, especially people who have countless photos and videos with Diddy like Jamie Foxx. You know, maybe he distanced himself because he knew people were catching on to him, and that people were on to something when they were talking about his connections to Diddy. And maybe he survived because he promised to keep his mouth shut. Child, he better hope Katt Williams will also keep his mouth shut, cause we know that when he speaks, he goes hoard. And you know, it's almost January, right about the time Katt hits us with bombshells. So maybe let's wait and see. But in the meantime, let me know what you think is the real connection between Diddy and Jamie Foxx in the comments section below.